Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. Now, today we are going to be looking at the Artisan Orthodox. Now this is the small Orthodox. It has this gorgeous Damascus blade, if I can get that focused in right, hopefully. It's, I'm not a huge fan of Damascus normally, but for some reason I just really like the look of it on this blade. It is a high flat grind, absolutely gorgeous. It's a Tonto style. Kind of reminds me of the old style shaver blades that they use in the barbershops. Your overall length on this is 7 inches. So, it is a fairly long knife for being a small version. Your closed length is 4 inches altogether. Just so you guys can see that. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 inches altogether. Your blade length is almost 3 inches. So you're just shy. I believe it's 2.95 altogether. You have a great choil space here. Now, again, one thing I do complain about is that Artisan does not put jimping on the blade. And I actually prefer jimping on my blades because I do feel that it's going to give me a better grip on it. Like, it's not going to slip. I'm not going to lose it. With the finger choil, you probably wouldn't slip, but being that there is no jimping on there, I don't know how safe I would feel with it. I do love the openness of this, and you guys can see that there. The barrel spacer in the back can be used, if you would like, as a lanyard holder. But if you can catch that, your spacing between the blade and the barrel spacer itself is very minimal. Without an actual tape measure, you're really going to be pushing it as far as putting some lanyard on there because it may very well interfere with your blade itself. Besides the jimping, one other thing I don't really care for is the pocket clip on these. Now, the barrel spacer's in the wrong place, which sits down a good 1/2 inch, which means with your clip, you're going to be sitting down, close to 1 inch. So you're going to have close to 1 inch hanging out of your pocket on this. It's a fun knife. It weighs almost 3 ounces, so it's got a little bit of weight to it. It does feel good. I really do like it. I really wish they would fix the pocket clip or maybe make a hollow barrel spacer so you could, which, may not work, but it would allow you to put a lanyard in there so that it isn't sticking out of your pocket that far. Of course, we're always talking about women's jeans, and women's jeans suck, to put it nicely. This one, well, it might fit in maybe 2 of my pockets, but it will fit in the side pocket of my purse really well, so I'm able to just grab it and go. It is very smooth for being a knife that, that I was told by Artisan that's, it's been a little bit used. It's been flipped quite a bit. Your frame lock sits almost in the middle of the blade right there. You catch that? Almost in the middle. So it is a little bit stiff there, but all in all, this is really a great knife. Now, we can compare it to the full-size Artisan cutlery. Oh, this guy's big. Whoop. Also, Damascus. You can see that. Again, beautiful. This one's all titanium. It also has no back spacer. It's beautiful on there, and it has this gorgeous bluish purple anodization. Again, due to the barrel spacer, your clip is sitting a little bit too low for my liking. This guy overall is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 9 inches in total length. That's pretty beastie lengthwise. It is also a high flat grind. Yeah, this one to me, it's just a little bit too big. Now, this one is much better as far as your frame lock on it. It's so much smoother. The only thing I do find sometimes on these, their frame locks, because they are very long, I find that sometimes when I'm flipping it, I tend to hold on in the wrong area, and I get, instead of being like where the clip is, I'll get onto the frame lock itself, and it does make it more difficult. But when you are flipping it, it is very smooth. It's quiet. That's pretty darn quiet. And it's really smooth. I know my husband will enjoy this one because it is bigger and, you know, still probably not big enough for him because he likes what I would call gigantic knives. I prefer the smaller one. Like I said, it really does feel good in hand. By the way, it is a titanium handle. I don't know whether or not I said that. It's just a fun knife. It's got a cutting edge of just over 2.5 inches. You know, like I said, I love the finger choil in it because you can really choke up on it, but I do wish it had the jimping. The jimping would really make me feel a lot more comfortable with it. I'm not quite sure why Artisan doesn't do that. If you're listening, Artisan, you should. But I highly suggest this knife. I really do like it. If you're a fan of the larger knives, definitely go with the larger size. If you are a woman and you prefer a smaller one, maybe not quite as, you know, long, because that's almost 10 inches there. We're talking 2 inches shy of, 2 or 3 inches shy of a foot. I mean, come on now. That's like sticking a ruler in your pocket. Definitely give this one a look. Check it out if you have a chance. Get in your hand, see what it feels like. I love the shape of the handle. I love that it has, you know, a little bit of that curve to it. It does really feel good, so I will give it that. And with your flipper tab coming through on the other side, you know, I do like the fact that that's how I do feel secure in it, because your finger can be up against that when you're doing your cuts, when you're not using the finger choil. But again, if I have a finger choil, I do prefer the jimping on the blade. All right, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comments section. Love talking to you. Love having you here. If you're not a subscriber, please join me. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.